Hey guys, this is Zishan from ultimateoftimes.com. Today we are going to talk about the Madison. Review of Madison with info on the story, gameplay mechanics, and everything else you need to know before you buy. Story: Madison is a first-person psychological horror game that is both immersive and disturbing. Connect the human world to the beyond with an instant camera. Capture photographs and develop them yourself. Solve riddles. Investigate your surroundings, and most importantly, live to tell the tale. What would you do if you awoke confined in a dark room with blood on your hands? Play as Luca and suffer the brutal torture of Madison, a demon who has forced him to repeat a horrific ritual begun decades ago, forcing him to execute heinous actions. Will you be able to complete this terrible ritual? Gameplay: Madison is about Luca, a 16-year-old boy who wakes up in a dark room covered in blood, his family's blood. That is how the narrative begins. Without giving too much away, he escapes that room via his grandfather's house. And as soon as he arrives, Luca understands that the present he received for his birthday belonged to a serial killer 30 years ago. 3 different stories are intertwined in the game's main narrative. Luca's plot: I like to answer that Madison is an immediate camera horror game, not a horror game with an instant camera. The beings encountered by the player during the game are all dead. We should begin from there, because they are no longer alive. They do not obey the norms of the human world, which is essential for understanding the game's gameplay. The player will have to modify his or her style of play in each segment of the game because there are no rules to follow and each entity has its own. As you go through the game, the gaming mechanics will alter, and you will find yourself in various circumstances, places, and surrounded by other beings. This allows us to build a unique gameplay experience that will change as the tale progresses, keeping it new and disturbing even after a few hours of play. Scary moment: the majority of Madison takes place at Luca's grandparents' house. The house is not a mansion, but it is pretty large, because most of the doors are locked at the start of the game. The rooms you can enter are limited. However, as you progress, you will be able to enter additional areas of the mansion. This is something that occurs from beginning to end. Having said that, the level design emphasizes getting to know the house as if it were your own, gradually revealing its secrets and unlocking every door. Madison is not the type of game where you can travel from one location to another without being able to return. So prepare to spend most of your time exploring the main mansion from head to toe. Camera: the gameplay is entirely focused on the use of the quick camera. It will allow players to connect the human world with the beyond. Therefore, the camera will be used in a variety of scenarios throughout the game. With each photograph taken, the camera causes paranormal happenings. Examples include altering reality by introducing elements from the dead into the world of the living and opening a route by breaking down walls or things. I could make a list, but I don't want to give too much away. The photographs that gamers can take with it will provide them with hints and answers to help them solve puzzles. In terms of the entities, each one behaves differently, so without giving too much away, I'd say that the gameplay will vary from encounter to encounter. But to answer the question everyone has, you'll need the camera to stay alive. Graphics and visuals: Madison combines the survival and psychological subgenres in such a way that the 6H plus gameplay remains fresh, interesting, and horrifying from one section to the next. I wouldn't say it has many stealth moments because it isn't a hide-and-seek game, but you will definitely strive not to attract unwanted attention in various ways. The game is divided into survival and psychological phases, each of which focuses on a distinct sort of gameplay, such as puzzle solving, sheer survival, or a more story-driven experience. What I can say is that the mix of both subgenres is strong enough to make players feel invested in the overall experience, because they'll never know what style of gameplay will appear next. Every problem in the game will have a new solution from one run to the next, so players won't be able to find solutions on YouTube. For example, when you press the play button, the game selects your puzzle solutions for you. The same is true for randomized events. The game decides when and where to place them, making it nearly difficult for us to predict when and where they will occur. Release date: the game will be available from July 8, 2022. By Bloodiest Games. Platform: Madison will be available on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X, S, because significant technical work has to be completed. The Xbox One and Switch versions will be released at a later date. Price: the game will be available digitally across all platforms, but on PS4 divided by PS5. You may purchase the Possessed Edition, which is a limited edition physical copy of the game. The physical copy, an art book, and access to the game's camera skins will be included in the special edition. which will also be available separately for $1.99. The game's basic version will cost $29.99, while the Possessed Edition will cost $39.99. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, so just click the like button below, and also to watch more videos from us, just subscribe to Ultimate of Times and also join our forum to build a gaming community.